what is the situation is that he has a chatbot with him. He can speak on that chatbot कि भुगतान नहीं हुआ, and it can actually figure out क्या नहीं हुआ. So it will authenticate and give you the answer that आपका बैंक अकाउंट आधार से लिंक नहीं है या all those kind, whatever the reason might be. A tremendous saving for him in terms of how the things can work out. The second use case which we have implemented is with the Bank of India Innovation Hub. There is a tech platform which is created. So the tech platform is basically doing the loan sanctions based on land records. So Kisans are given the credit based on land records. And about 15 crore Kisan credits are given a year. And the land records are on vernacular languages. So earlier, the farmer used to actually, banks do not understand all the regional languages. So they are basically looking at Hindi or English or maybe one or two more languages. And so what farmers used to do is to get the land records transliterated or translated as the case might be. And then it was taken to, the farmers the banks for loan sanctions. About 2 months kind of a thing, a spending of 10 to 15,000 in getting the documents translated. Now when they are using the Bhashani transliteration, they are almost, are able to do this translation and literation real time. And what eventually is happening is that if your land records are in the right direction and your transliteration and translation is happening, theoretically what RBI governor said that I should be in a position to give farmer a credit in 10 minutes. And that's theoretically which is possible. Currently it is still taking 4 to 5 days because of various things which are. The other use case which is there is that we have a CP Grams portal, Prime Minister's Grievance Redressal Portal, where the complaints were till now received on Hindi and English as the case may be, and that has been converted into multilingual. And that is also, being now taken across by various people. The complaints on regional languages are coming up, and actually the complaints are taken on regional languages. The answers are prepared and then it is communicated back in the mother tongue of the person. Now, that is the important activity. So the motive is that we should be able to transact and do education, innovation, collaboration in our own language, and language should not become a burden. Two things should not happen. If I want to communicate with someone, I need to learn a language. That should not be the case. The second thing which should not be the case is the fact that, I don't know, if I don't know English, then I am doomed. That also the feeling should not come in. And English is also one of the language. It is not like English is taboo and rest of the languages are part of it. So it's a kind of inclusivity among everything which is taken. But, can we do more? Yes, we can do more. Like, farmer chatbot is not भुगतान नहीं हुआ, मेरी soil की health क्या है, it will still answer those questions which are there, which are currently being either given up by the expert or he has to go and read somewhere or do many things. We intend, launching a series of such efforts which will take you further in terms of how to do it. But one of the things which also, or one of the demos which I'll give a short demo and then perhaps, close my discussion. We often have, the villages always have feature phones, right? And feature phones have numbers. Okay? They don't have, there's no OS or a smartphone there and there cannot be an app. So let me dial a number. You can also dial if you want to. 080-451-6380. I'll repeat for those who want to note it down. 080-451-6380. So I have dialed this number. कैसे भेजना चाहते हैं? 9811412458. ₹10. So I have just now, with a feature phone, transferred money to my bank. This is a user journey which is completely redefined. Yeah.
नंबर वो रिपीट करेंगे
08045163802. Now, so this is again a user journey which has got 6-7 steps, which is getting done. Let me do one more time this number, and then I will explain the technologies behind it, and then you will understand that, when we actually are trying to implement these solutions, what do we mean actually? So I dial it again, right? तनु को पैसे भेजना चाहिए ₹10 ₹10 So I have done the second transaction which I did. I cut short a few places because I had stored the number and I stored my daughter's name around it. Right. So if the persona is in the village, he can say, "Papa ko paise bhej dijiye." The transaction will go through. The only thing which needs to have knowledge is about the numbers. This is a feature phone use case, and these are the kind of use cases which we are looking at implementing down at the last mile to help people take the advantage of it. You will see, so this is kind of, what it does is that automatically recognizes the voice. There is a text-to-speech generation. There is analysis of intent that you want to make the payment. There is inverse text normalization. That means you are speaking text, but it is getting converted into number. Number is getting then matched to the database, and then you are able to do a transaction, right? So there is a series of complex transactions and complex technologies and transactions, which is making it 100% secure. So it's not about, this is a transaction. If it doesn't happen, a payment doesn't happen, you're hurt, right? And we don't want you to hurt. That's the reason why we have made the technology, and we are using it specifically for the possibilities and opportunities where it will actually make the difference without paying. Right? So this happens in multiple languages. You will soon have multiple use cases. FASTag charge kar do, mobile charge kar do, mobile recharge kar do. Many things which are last mile want, which people might be digitally challenged, people might not be literate. They will also be able to speak out and make the machine work, which is the transformation which we are looking at. And that would provide, perhaps bring another round of inclusivity after Aadhaar and DBT into our system. Now, how did we build it, and what is that? We require help from various people around it, right? So the crux of it is that we can always create large data and say that, okay, let me train few models, and then I fight a battle of which model is good or which model is bad. But this. For this transaction of the UBI, we worked with NPCI for about three plus months to collect the domain-specific data, right, and train the model around those domain-specific data, right. It was a narrow domain, it was a narrow database, and that is what we are encouraging you all to collect. So all the organizations who are there, who want a certain use case to be developed, can help us to collect the data within that narrow domain so that we can train the model and implement that use case. Over a period of time, all the domains will be captured, all the intents will be captured, all the variations will be captured, and we will have a robust thing which will be used for generalization as well. Right? So currently, we are looking at, and we are extremely focused with user organizations to do this. And any of you who is looking at collaboration are most welcome to take this forward. Right? Thank you very much.
Can you repeat the number?